All right, now, so let's go ahead and try to integrate um, our forms for the login and for the register. Um, all right, so let me go ahead and check the login. So I'm just gonna go right here and I'm gonna go to the login. So there we go, login.html. So if we go down at the bottom, of course, we're not gonna include the navbar. We already included it in the app.blade.php, so we're not gonna need it anymore. Now it's gonna be imported on every page that we will have. So I'm just gonna go down at the bottom. At the end of the navbar right here, I'm gonna see this section which simply allow me to see like some kind of background image for this page. So of course I want this, so I'm just gonna copy it and I'm gonna go right there to login.blade. Let's see, we have a form right here and we have this div blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm gonna go right at this part at the top and I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna paste this like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna comment this whole div with the class container. So save this and refresh. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so we got login right here and we got nothing else. And that's, of course, if we look right here, you can see that we're trying to grab an image, but it's not being grabbed. It's not being grabbed dynamically. All right, so we want to go asset like that, and I want to go assets slash images, and let's go ahead and grab this image right there. So let's paste this like that, and data, smaller background, blah blah blah. We might not need this part right here, so let me just save like that. Let's see if the image is gonna show up or not. All right, so there is the image. Basically, it's working perfectly. I just want to go ahead and I want to do some kind of margin because this this part looks like it looks a little messed up. So I'm just gonna go style right here, margin top, and I'm gonna go minus like 20 pixels or 30 pixels, something like that. So I'm just gonna go minus 20 pixels. All right, so as you can see, it's still right there. Feel like 20 is nothing. I'm just gonna give it 40. So all right, so I guess we can leave it like that. This is not a design course. If I fixed it off camera, I will tell you the solution. But what matters right here is the image is it's actually showing up. All right. So let me go right here and continue. So as you can see right here, we have this section and we have this login right here, and it's simply just a simple form right there, and we have the footer which is right after that, which we're not gonna take, of course. So let me grab the section, let me go right here. After this section, let me paste this whole section in, which contains my form. So let me save this. Let's see what's gonna go down. All right, so it's the form. Yeah, the form is right there. I want to go and I want to check my design, and I want to see if it looks like this or not. If I click on login right there. All right, so it basically looks like it. That's totally fine. There is like minor changes here and there, but everything else is basically perfect. All right, so now let's go ahead and work with the logic. So I'm gonna go right there, add this commented code. I want to decomment it back, and I want to go right there. So we need to take care of the form. So the form is this post, and the action right here is this action, which the action is route login right here. So we need to grab those, and let's go for the form. So we're gonna go ahead right here. We do not need this action keyword. We already have our dynamic one right here. All right, so right after this, we need to take care of the inputs, which are the most important parts. So for the input right there, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna copy this whole input right along with this part, which displays the error. If the user did any kind of error right there, if he left the input empty, for example. So I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm gonna go right here at this input, and I'm gonna simply paste like that right away. So the old input now is gone, and now we have the new one right here, which is great. All right, so I want to go right after this, and I want to grab the password. So right here, let me also grab this whole input with this part for the error message. Let me go right there. Let me go ahead and go at the input and paste like that. So as you can see, right there. So if we save this, all right, and right here for the button, what we need to do is just go name submit, which I think it's not necessary, but I'm gonna add it anyway. It's an old habit. So, and I'm gonna make this, the type is submit, which is the most important thing for a button that will submit a form. We need, this needs to be right there, or the form will not work. All right, so let me go ahead and comment this part. Let me go ahead and save this whole thing right there. And this should actually automatically refresh like that. So yeah, let's now go ahead and try this out. So if I go ahead, copy this email, and if we click paste and paste like that, if we click login, all right, so page expired. Of course, we forgot the CSRF, which is a blade thing that needs to be added at every form that we have, or it will show something like this, page expired. So let me go back. Let me copy this email. I want to refresh the whole thing. Let me add right now email and password, and let's try to log out. All right, so as you can see, we're actually logged out. We're actually logged in right now. So the logic is basically working. So of course we need to go ahead, and we still need to do the home, and we still need to do the register page. So while we're at it, let me go ahead and do the home page. All right, so now we can just close this off. We can even delete this comment right here, which we do not need. All right, if you want to keep it, that's totally up for you, but I don't want to keep it. So I want to go to the home page right now, and I want to do it. So in the home page, we basically have the container right here, which shows this symbol card, which simply shows us you're logged in. That's all. So what we want to go ahead and do, we want to go back to the index. We want to go right here down at the bottom of this. Let's see, right at the bottom of the navbar, and we want to grab the whole code right here. This is just the background image right there, and right after this we simply have this slider, or whatever this is. So let me just copy this section first. Let me go ahead and comment the whole thing on this page. Not the whole thing, the HTML part right here. All right, we have to keep those section and end section right there, because this simply fetches the body. All right, so again, the header and the footer are basically fixed, which are displayed by the layouts.app right here. But the body right here at section content is what it's going to be changing, because if we look at this part, the main right here at yield content, the at yield right here should fetch the body right here if we use a section content on every page that we will have right here. All right, so I hope that makes sense. So I want to go ahead right here, and I want to paste this section right there. So these are simply, this is actually the slider. Yeah, this is actually the slider right there. So I'm gonna paste it, like that, and I want to go ahead and actually grab the whole code right now and try to paste it. All right, so I want to grab the whole code, go down at the bottom of this whole big code right there, and we want to stop at the part where we have the footer, because again we already included the footer since we used the layouts.app, which is the master template. So just go ahead and copy this whole thing. Let's go right here right after this and paste this in. So let's save this right now. Let's should refresh this and see our code. of course there is gonna be a lot of images that will not show up. So all the images in the slider actually will not show up because they're being pulled in statically. All right, so I want to go right at the bottom right here. So there is our whole code. There is possibly an image right here that will not show up. All right, so of course there's a couple of images right here for the products. So as you can see, and even images right there that will not show up. So yeah, but other than the images, I would say that everything is working perfectly except this part right here. We might like have some kind of width. The width should not be like that. It's actually the height, not the width. So whether it's the height or the width, we should go ahead. Well, sorry, it's the width. This is ridiculous. So yeah, in the next video, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna solve this problem, and well, actually, let's go ahead and do the register. Let's not leave the register out of the way. So let me go ahead and try to log out once again. Let me try to do the register page right there. So there is the register still like that. So let me go right here. Now let me go register.html like that, and let me go down at the bottom. So there is the section for the background image. Let's copy it. Let's go right there. And let's go at the container, and let me go comment this part, and let me go right here and paste this in. So there is this part right here for the image. So I'm just gonna go asset, and I'm gonna go a linked assets slash images right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and paste this in. So save this. So the image background now should actually show up, as you can see. Let me go ahead and grab this whole section right here, which is the section that contains the form. So let me go right under this, and I'm gonna paste this in and save. So you should actually see our form down at the bottom. So as you can see, there is our this is our symbol looking form. So yeah, let me do the same thing as I did in the login. I want to copy my logic. So let me go right here, grab the method and the action. Let me go right here at this part. Let me go and paste this in. So there is this part with the CSRF. We will make sure not I will actually make sure not to forget this. So let me just go ahead and grab the input with the error part right here for the name. So if I go right there, so I want to go at this input, and I want to paste this in like that. All right, so I just go ahead right after this, and I want to go and grab the email. So there is the input and the error part. So there is the email. Paste this like that. All right. Right after this, we have the password. Let me copy this. All right, so there is the input, paste right away, and yeah, we actually have another input right here, which is for repeating the password or confirming the password. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna let me copy this whole. Let me see. Yeah, we need to copy this whole div. Let me go down at the bottom of this, and let me paste this like that. So let me go down and let me see what we have for the confirm password. So we only have we will only change the input, and that will be everything. So just copy this input and go right there and paste this like that. So we do not need this even. So this will be confirm password like that. So yeah, as you can see on the button right here, the type is going to be submit. All right, so let me go ahead right now. Let me go to this dev container, which is our old code, and let me comment it. Let me go ahead and save this whole thing. Alright, so nothing is happening, everything looks perfect. Let me go ahead right now and register for a new user. I want to keep this so it will be name, not username. So this will be name. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead right here, John at let's copy John and let me go right here at gmail.com. So let me keep the email at the password and let me paste all of those in. Let me click register right now. Alright, so we forgot the CSRF, so we should go right after this part, and let me go CSRF like that. So save this. So yeah, let me go refresh this like that. Alright, so let me go right here, paste email as the password, and this right here will be John like that. Let me click register. Alright, so as you can see, now we're actually going to the home, which means, and we can see our name right there, and we can log in. We can log out right now. If we simply go to the users table and if we refresh, we should see another row which has our data right there. So yeah, this will actually be everything, and I will see you in the next video.